Executive Secretary, members of State Executive Council, President. Tí a bá dé ìlú kan, a ṣe ẹkúlé, a ṣe ìpàdé báyìí, ṣùgbọ́n eléyìí jẹ́ ọ̀tọ̀, ìdí ohun tó yàtọ̀. Ìpàdé àwọn ọkọ̀ ṣe olùdígbà lọ sí gómìnà bàbá sọ̀rọ̀, àwa bọ́ sí orí bàbá, ojúmọ́ ní gbogbo àwọn kìíní, wọn ní gọ́ní àfijì, àforíjì. Ọlálẹ̀ onílòpọ̀ ọ̀fìlòpọ̀ wọn bá gómìnà àti ìjókòó sọ̀rọ̀.
Of this place, welcome you to this ancient city. We, the Obas, fathers, and chiefs, and the entire people of the whole Badagry local government, comprising now the Badagry Central, Badagry West, and other local council development areas, are happy to welcome Your Excellency to our local government. It smoothly took off, and for the unique style you have adopted to be able to identify problems in the state and to become people's governor, part of which we are now witnessing. As good foundation is the sine qua non of a good structure, we have no doubt that you are planning to beat past records. We pray that Almighty God will grant you all the assistance you need to achieve the goals you have aimed at. In the distribution of infrastructural facilities. Indeed, it should not be wrong if one classifies this area as a disadvantaged area in the state. It is this disadvantage and the attendant sufferings we go through, which we want to appeal to Your Excellency to slip over please and assist us. Just as our figures are not equal but are all complementary one to another, we plead that Your Excellency will please look upon this area and lift us up to the level of other parts of the state. In recent times, our relationship with our council chairman, now tagged executive secretaries, that I have said to consider this area as a disadvantaged area and to consider, if possible, not making these deductions from the grants coming to our local government, so that our local governments will be able to do more in terms of social and economic development of this area. Because of Your Excellency, we want to highlight also that we are not benefited by the presence of industries that will help us in internally generated revenue. The few places we have do not contribute much to our IGR. So we cannot be on the same pedestal as the urban local government areas. In a similar vein, our roads have become very bad, and of recent we were told that the state government gave directive that 4 roads should be selected for reconstruction or repairs or maintenance. It gave us a problem because 4 things have to be shared among 3 local governments. The headquarters took 2. The other 2 took 1 each. But incidentally, there is a very bad road which, if not repaired before the next rains, will be impassable. Your Excellency had the privilege of passing through this road during the electioneering campaigns. But with the rain that had come after that, it has become very bad, and we are pleading that that road should be looked into. Unfortunately, I don't know how the magic will get done. If you could please just speak into a section of that road, and that is the local Kota road. It is very impassable now. On our own, we've been trying to put some sand and other things to at least make it better, but it's a terrible thing. I must say, Your Excellency, that the car you gave me, I have not been able to drive it out since then because of the road. So I want Excellency to please include this particular road into the project system. One, it is there from early hours of the day till late in the night. And we have pleaded before that there's a particular road, this is Iba Road. It's a good bypass which, if done, will alleviate this problem. Those people going to Ikeja and Agege will be able to avoid the hold-up, and it will improve the congestion on the express road. We are appealing to Your Excellency to please help us look into it. The other problem we have to mention is the problem of our boundary with Ogun State, particularly at Agbara and Ilogwere. There are a number of industries at Agbara which should fall into Lagos State, and from where we should generate revenue. But Ogun State is taking everything. A survey of the place has been done, but I don't know what is happening. We have not been able to take possession of the place. The same thing with the Ilogwere area. In 1977, agreement was reached, and the place has been dedicated. It only remains for Lagos State to take possession of it. So it is a virtually settled boundary problem. I wonder why Lagos State has not taken interest in taking possession of this area. Ogun State still comes to the place to collect revenue. Right in front of my palace, it comes to collect revenue. And it is not Ogun State land by that agreement. I have documents on this issue. I have submitted a set of the documents to the Ministry of Shipping and Boundary Matters in 2006. But up till now, nothing has been done on it. So
àtòkọ́síta àti wà ní lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ inú lẹ́gbà ṣe síwájú àtòkọ́síta a kì í ṣe torí ó jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́. Àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣiṣẹ́ ládùúgbò yìí ó yẹ ti rí wọn, ó yẹ ti rí wọn ìmọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti yọjú sí mi láàrin. Àpàdé ní Singapore, wọ́n kó oríṣiríṣi wọn wá láti Thailand, Korea, Japan ló wá pàdé wa. Wọ́n lè náà máa dé Singapore ní first week of November bí jẹ́ mọ́ wà ní àárọ̀ yìí ni mo jí wọn. So iṣẹ́ àdúgbò yìí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n kẹtó orí títì kẹtó orí lé ó máa ń gba àsìkò kó tó ṣe plan kó tó ṣe design ká tó rí ìṣòwò. Ọ̀nà àwọn ọ̀gá báńkì ti bá wọn wá bí ọ̀rọ̀ ti rówó lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní lè jẹ́ kí foreign bank nìkan ṣe àwọn báńkì wa náà láti ní pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, local government láti ní pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, àwọn agbègbè tó wà náà láti ní pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. tó wọ́n ṣe lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ wọ́n máa tò sí i. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo design yẹn wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ti di January. And by October of 2008, that gbèrò torí ìlú by design. Wọ́n ṣe ń ṣàlàyé fún mi by October of 2008, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ládùúgbò yìí. Kì í ṣiṣẹ́ jọ́kọ̀, kì í ṣiṣẹ́ ọdún mẹ́rin, kì í ṣiṣẹ́ 15 years wọ́n máa ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn náà wọ́n lára máa rápẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn ọ̀nà yìí èdè tàbá kó gbogbo project Lagos State síbí ìgbàlẹ̀ nìkan kò ṣe kankan. Nǹkan tó ṣe pàtàkì ni pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìjọba táwọn bá ti ìlànà báyìí pé báyìí lànà ó dàbẹ̀ lójú pé àwọn èèyàn á tẹ̀lé wa. Ìwé àwọn agbègbè tẹ ní ìdàgbàsókè ti dé bá mélòó lórí ìjọba tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ ọ̀nà kan méjì péré ìjọba máa ṣe tó máa fi jẹ́ kó yá àwọn èèyàn lára láti máa wá gbébẹ̀. Ìyẹn là ń ṣe lọ́wọ́. The main expressway Lagos Badagry tó ń kọ́ sí gbogbo slow kọ̀ọ̀kan. Mo ti bá president sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ àti ṣe méjì nípa ẹ̀. Mi ìrètí gbọ́ pàtó pé báyìí làwọn fẹ́ ṣe báyìí làwọn ò ní ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ebi ò lóye. Engineer Johnson, how much do we pay for the design of the road? Speak, how much? 800 million to design that road. Lagos Badagry. So they have started the work. Talk about the design and what it is in and lower. But it's not our responsibility, it's an international highway. To show the commitment I made a promise to you, I intend to keep it by the grace of God. That's the major role. If we bring industries, if we bring factories and what they have to move goods and services. So that's what we must put first. The industries will follow. The industries look for markets, they look for land, and economies of scale. So if the cost of operation is too high, they will come. So it's that cost of operation that we want to make attractive. Once we do that road, I am sure so many things will follow. Ìlòkulé ní Dr. Road, where the just go and look at that place. Those one you can see what kind of relief we can give. If something we can do before the next rainy season, please do so. Let's have a report before we close on the project estimates. See if it's something we can accommodate. Equally, I believe was one of the roads we were looking for private sector investment with. But it has taken too long. So I've asked them to take it out of the private sector rules and put it in our own projects. That also means that they will be able to conclude the design so that we can know how much it will cost. Because between where we agree to build the road and when the contractor moves to site, so many things go under the table that you don't see. They have to first get engineers to design, they get quantity surveyors to cost, they now look for tender, we meet with them, we look at pricing. Even after we have awarded, there is still procedure. They have to sign contract with Ministry of Justice. Because if they don't perform, when you see your money, contractor cannot take money and not perform. So they sign an agreement. When they go and give us a performance bond, all of that takes time. So sometimes the after construction is just about 6 months. But the documentation process can take another 3 months. Sometimes if we are lucky, it's concluded in the middle of the rainy season. So sometimes the contractor slows down because you will lose a lot of sand, a lot of cement to rain. So these are some of the things that you must understand and you must help us inform people about. It's not that we're not doing anything. What we're trying to do, and that's why we are undertaking this local government job, so that we can decide very quickly what can we do immediately, which is the long-term plan. That's why we're doing this. But we're trying to reduce the time that it takes to do all of the preparatory and planning work and get up to the site immediately. And work with the deputy governor She is actually by law the chairman of the Badagry Commission. So I hand over the report to her. I will work with her, give her any assistance that we need. And move our people into position to come and take what rightly belongs to us. We'll look at what we said. That we should go out and go and do our work. All of the things that we plan for this area is unfolding very, very gradually. When it is all done, we'll call you, we'll show you. When it takes a lot of work, sleepless nights, meetings.
maintenance plan for each of the primary schools in the state. Because this, if you leave this one now, it will end up. It means that we don't build, we don't maintain, then when it's bad, we demolish and then we start again. What kind of people are we?
We will stop that now because it has not been in the place since about 10 years.
I want to see maintenance.
This workshop
development of the teachers and the students through training and exposure. To the glory of God, for the benefit of our children, the educational development of Lagos State and Nigeria, and pleasure to educate the students. I'm not sure. I can't hear you. Do you like the music? Now, we are going to continue to give you schools that are comfortable, that are new. But you know what you must do? You must look after the school. You must keep it clean. Don't write on the painted walls. Don't put graffiti and painting and posters on the painted walls. Will you promise? I can't hear you. Good. As long as you keep this clean, we will be encouraged to do more, to upgrade it, and to make it comfortable for you. To the glory of God, ourselves, of 2 blocks of 6 classrooms at Campus Senior Secondary School, Badagry. By my humble self today, the 1st day of November 2012.
Basketball, just windows, and we use this one to travel. Then, what we use? And all the Dukas and other indoor games we play there. So, and we have our sports office outside the compound there. But it's now locked because of the rent, which is 96,000 or so. All our documents are there. You can find everything is there. How many you started? We have 2 this year. We're starting 2 this year. But we are starting a youth center in Nigeria this year for Badagry. So this is all for next year, sir. wọ́n ní mo sá fún ṣé kò kípa ni sákàlẹ̀ náà alo máa ń nífẹ̀ẹ́ kípa àwọn tí mo mú wá ní kọ́sítọ́mà kípa ni wọ́n náà kò lè jẹ́ batman ní fìyà. How you doing? Hello. This is judo taekwondo. Karate.
Àkọ́kọ́ kí ní ti ẹ̀sìn wọn pẹ́ ní ìdíjọ́ èyí gbogbo ń tẹ́ fún wa púpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà ló bá tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ àìsí máa tọ́jú òwe nílò bá a ṣe wà ní etí ọdún túù láti wà ẹgbẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wa tí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ ní ìdájọ́ kọmíṣánná tẹ́ láti lọ́wọ́ wa á lè rí o àlè lọ́wọ́dú ìlọ́pẹ́ àfẹ́ àdúrà Ademi pàtàkì lọ sọ́dún wípé nígbà ìkàǹdé ìdẹ́ni ìtàlẹ̀ yìí wá àmọ́ orí bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ti pàtàkì lẹ́yìn náà. Ademi pàtàkì ló lọ sọ́dún akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní ìyá ìwà àti ìrì nítorí pé ọ̀pọ̀ bá wà á tẹ́lẹ̀ ìlú wọn ìlú ìwé ló ọ̀làdún olùdókòwò ẹ̀ lọ ìyẹn wà ẹ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀mí ti pàtàkì. Láti bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ fẹ́ẹ́ pẹ̀lú mọ́tò ńláńlá tó ń tò láti ìtọ́jú ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó ń pa àwọn èèyàn pọ̀. Ó ṣe pé mẹ́ta wọ́n á lò pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kọ́ káwájà wọlé ayé ajáwọ́ ní òjì àtúntọ́nù wọ́n tún á lò pẹ̀lú ìjọ ẹgbẹ̀rún ọlọ́run ti ọjọ́ ìpínlẹ̀. Ìyàtọ̀ sílẹ̀ nílé lókè níbí láti ọdún lóṣù péjì àdúgbò ni a ti ní lọ́sàlẹ̀sì síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà àdéhùn ọ̀sán ìgbà àkọ́kọ́. Gbogbo lóṣù ìwúwà àdìgbọ́pẹ̀ ń babaláwo wà nílẹ̀. Ẹ̀jọ̀ wá ló máa wọ ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kékeré ti wá. Ẹ bá ti àwọn mọ́tò àdúró fún àdìgbà ìwọ dájú ìjọba ní ẹgbẹ́ ìwọ àwọn ọmọ dájú ìjọba ọ̀rẹ́ ìṣẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Wọ́n lé ìlọ́wọ́ wọ́n lé kí ọ̀nà. Ìyàwó yìí, ilé gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn wa ní. Mo fẹ́ pé ìwọ̀nba ọ̀rẹ́ lè tẹ̀ ní ọ̀kan mú ẹ̀ lájọ́ tó ti wà ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà wà lé lórí ẹ̀ka náà. Ọlọ́run àpéjẹ ẹ̀sìn ọ̀lẹ́. tí ó jẹ wá ní ogun ó pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Fún ìdí èyí máa fẹ́ kí ẹsẹ̀lẹ́sì wa ó jẹ́ ìṣẹ́jú kan ó fún mi sí torí àwọn nǹkan tó fẹ́ béèrè. Ìkíní education tẹ́lá wò education ní Badagry kò tó bí àwọn olókùnrin gbogbo Lagos State. Àwọn ilé ìwé wa àkọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀mí ti bàjẹ́ tán. Gbogbo primary school wa olóró ti bàjẹ́. Afẹ́ kí gómìnà wa kọ́ba wa wá kí wọ́n wá lóde láti lọ sáwọn títì kan èyí tí wọ́n ṣe ló pọ̀ sí tí wọ́n lọ lè tí wọ́n ti tẹ̀ lọ. Adébítì tó pọ̀ ní Badagry kò sí ìbọn kan tó dára láti máa gbé lóko wọ̀. Afẹ́ kí ìjọba Lagos State ó padà wá sí láti ṣe àwọn títì wa fún wa. Kó ran ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ láti máa ṣe àwọn títì wa fún wa. Ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni a lè fún àwọn ìlú wa kọ̀ọ̀kan tó jẹ́ communities wa. Wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń dá ṣe tí wọ́n fọwọ́ ara wọn ṣe tí ó jẹ́ town hall ẹlòmíì títì òjọ́dún ẹ̀ títì ló ṣe ó fi town hall sílẹ̀ torí pé kò sọ́nà àti fún ìdí èyí àwọn gbogbo àwọn project wa kọ́ fún àwọn èèyàn wa lórí àgbègbè wọ́n bẹ̀ wọ́n láti lè wá ọ́tá wọ́ àgbẹ̀mọ́ni o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni electrification tẹ bá wo gbogbo Lagos State Badagry kan ní ìlú pọ̀ sí tí kò ní electricity. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ náà lè rí àwọn ìlú yòókù ní irú ẹ̀fẹ́ ìgbòròdú gbogbo wọn ni lọ́dún débẹ̀. Tẹ bá wọ àwọn ìlú wa nínú ìkáàkiri kò sí náà bẹ̀. Torí náà àwọn kó wọ́n ṣe o wọ́n lè ṣe àwọn míì lọ́wọ́ láì lè wọ́n àfẹ́ kí wọ́n tó tẹra wọn láti lè gbé ní ilé ìjókòó ọ̀kan. Kí àwọn èèyàn lè máa rí iná fi ṣiṣẹ́ kí wọ́n lè máa láṣẹ lọ sí olùkókó gbà. Wọ́n ti sọ wípé ẹ̀sán pé kò sí náà oníṣòwò wa nílé. Wọ́n fẹ́ kí wọ́n máa ní lóòrùn gbà àwọn àgbẹ̀ tí ó fẹ́ lóòrùn pọ̀ ní Badagry àtàwọn abẹ́já ẹ̀rọ wọ́n ẹ̀kọ́ wa ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Akọ̀wé kọ́ Bàdámà ní kò tó bí igbó ti yẹ kó tóbi tó ẹ bá wa fi sínú àwọn nǹkan tẹ máa ṣe fún wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni a padà lọ sí Lagos ní gbogbo Badagry láti lè lè ní lọ́sì kọ̀ọ̀kan Badagry. Àfi àwọn tó ń ṣe ní ìrọ̀wọ́ta. Òun ní lọ́sì ta ní Badagry yàtọ̀ sí ẹ̀kọ́ sí lọ́sì kọ̀ọ̀kan Badagry ló lè fà á. Kìtì òdọ́nà àwọn èèyàn ńlá láti wá já sẹ́lẹ̀ rí ẹgbẹ̀rún ọgọ́rùn-ún agbẹ̀yìn lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ sí ẹgbẹ́ wa ló ní sí gbogbo inú ọ̀yọ́ náà.
Wọ́n láti wá pé àwọn ọmọ ní Badagry torí pé ẹ jẹ́ ká tún ló jẹ́ kí ẹ̀mí àgbà kí wọ́n bá ẹ̀mí àgbà.
Àgbàdo inú mi ń lò púpọ̀ láti fún ní àǹfààní láti wá sílùú Badagry láti wá dúró pẹ̀lú yín láti fi ara mọ́ yín láti gbàgbé sọ lójoojúmọ́ láti gbàgbé mo ti ń díje o títí dì sí tó dábí lójú pé sọ́nà ti sọ̀rọ̀ ìwé ẹ̀ lábá ti ń sọ àti mọ̀ tó dì. Iṣẹ́ tó ń lọ bí ìdàgbàsókè orí tí àgbẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀ torí gbogbo àtúnṣe lọ́pọ̀ ìkọ̀kọ̀ ìlú ọ̀pẹ àbí iṣẹ́ ìkọ̀kọ̀ nígbà ẹ̀ka ìkọ̀kọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ó dájú pé àtàwọn tó ti jọba àtijọba kọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìbìkan náà làwọn bá lọ kọrí sí. Kí ìdàgbàsókè tó wá tó dé níta àti yẹn ilẹ̀ ìlú yẹn àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ wà tó ṣe kókó tà láti ọkọ̀ fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀kíní ẹ̀ títì.
dá báńkì ilẹ̀ ní tó máa fún àwọn oníṣẹ́ ẹ máa tajà ẹ máa lọ ọjà ẹ bá ṣí ọjà sí bí àwọn ẹ̀tọ́ máa rà títì. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń fẹ́ kí títì ti jẹ́ ọ̀nà ṣùgbọ́n aládùúgbò gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ gidigidi gan aládùúgbò wa sọ gbogbo títì yẹ tá a bá tiẹ̀ lówó ẹ̀ pé òṣèré parí dọ́là ọmọ ọmọ ọdún díẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ìjọba rẹ̀ fi tán orí àwọn ìjọba tó dàgbà ìjọba lọ́wọ́ lamẹ́ríkà àwọn náà tó máa dìbò lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó máa ń tọ́wọ̀ ní ìdìbò mọ́. ìjọba tó bá yẹ kó ti lẹ́wọ́ bá dìbò yìí sínú ẹ̀ ní ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá ti sọ sókè ẹ̀rẹ́ tí kò gbé lórí sókè àdébẹ̀kọ̀. Lagos Badagry expressway àtijọ́ sàdéhùn lórí àdúgbò àwọn akọ́lá ní títì ìrìn international gateway Nàìjíríà iṣẹ́ federal government ìgbà àti president àti ṣèkàdé méjì lórí ẹ̀. Àná minister of transportation orí ìwásìkò lánàá ó wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ náà sọ ó lè fi ní tó bá ti di ọ̀sẹ̀ tó pọ̀ yìí ká ní commissioner transportation àti works ọwọ́ sábìlì káwọn tó ṣe pàdé ṣùgbọ́n àgbóde rẹ̀ fún bọ́tẹ̀ jẹ́ ìṣèpàdé rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbáradì láti mú lórí iṣẹ́ a ti pe àwọn tó máa design títì kì í ṣe bí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn fẹ́fẹ́ dà gbá àti pé àwọn tó máa design àti bí wọ́n wọ́n sá. ọ̀nà tó lè gbó fọ́ tó ń dènà ìdàgbàsókè àdúgbò ìlú òun yẹn àti àwọn contract design onígbà àwọn ẹni tá a bá design àlùfọ́ iná ọkọ̀ $800 million lásọ fún design títì. a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹ́ wa àti gbogbo àwọn títì tó kù tí ìjọba máa so mọ́. iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. àwọn títì tó kù wá so ó ti dàbí ọdún tó kù díẹ̀ àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. Tọ́lá bí Adúlọ́wọ́ Samuel Ẹ̀sìdáyà, Àrábá Gbèdè. Ṣùgbọ́n akérèdé bí ó wà ní àwọn títì tàbí polongo síta wọ́n ti dìzáìnì yẹn tán. Kíkọ̀ ṣàtọ̀ fún wa tẹ́lá káàárọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́dé bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ́ sí àwọn akọ̀ wá sí àbẹ̀wò ní àdìpanisẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. a ti lọ wo ìgbẹ́kẹ̀ ìwòrò wọ́n ti ṣe fún ìyẹn ní àdúgbẹ̀kọ̀ ó wá láwọn ẹ̀kọ́ iṣẹ́ ìfúnjẹ ká kò sí àdúgbẹ̀kọ̀ a máa padà sẹ́yìn sọ fún wọn wá bá ní ìṣe kó lè ṣe é lò dáadáa. ó ṣẹ́dú mo rò pé àwọn olùdẹ̀kùn yẹn sì gbogbo ọ̀gá pẹ̀lú gbọ́dọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ níbẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àdúgbò bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn títì lọ bí ó sì lẹ́rù táwọn ṣe láì pàṣẹ sí o ti ní kọ́ tẹ̀lé tó ní gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kọ́ náà. láti lọ wo Ghana mi tó àgbóbí fẹ́ ṣàkíyèsí. The most civilized way to register your complaint. That property is built with your body. And you must embrace it as your own. It is not inspiring for everybody. When you are complaining that the resources are not enough, then you are destroying what is not enough. Does it make sense? If you want jobs, you want businesses, a better way, a better ìdàgbàsókè ní àwọn ìkọ́ni ìgbọ́ àwọn kan bá wọn kọjá wọn lọ fẹ́ bọ̀ kọ́ síbi kan wọn lọ pólísì àwọn síbi kan ẹni ọ̀pá lẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi? Àdìgẹ má ṣe àṣà ìbílẹ̀ ẹ má ṣe ìgbọ́ òwúrọ̀. Àdìgẹ má ṣe ẹ̀sìn Christian àbí ti Muslim. Ṣùgbọ́n látàyékáyé wọ́n ti sọ pé òkì tí ò lọ́wọ́. Olúkálùkù ṣe bí ẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀yẹ ojú òkúta yẹ kò láì farakọra. Tó bá ti di pé ẹ̀rọ wa ti rí kọ́ ẹni bá gbọ́ oúnjẹ àtàjà gbè akówó ayé ìtàlá ó ṣe lé orúkọ. Ibi tó ti lọ́wọ́ yìí nìyẹn ẹ má sọ pé lọ́wọ́ lọ ibẹ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́ yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá pètò àtìgbàlejò sílẹ̀ àlejò níyà. Torí gbogbo wọn tá à ń lé sí ló sọ fún ilé àwọn àjòjì wà láàrin wọ́n lè lò rẹ̀. Wọ́n kò wá ní ẹnì má kọjá sí wọ́n lọ ní. Wọ́n máa wọ́n wọ́n síbí wọ́n máa fi lé ẹgbẹ́ síbí ṣé èèyàn wá wá fi owó yẹ orí ẹ. Àbúdáde jẹ́lẹ̀ ní ẹ̀wá lè ti ráyè ní ìjà nílò pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹ̀bí fún ayé wò. Èyí ló rí ìlú. Ẹ̀yìn bàbá wa gbogbo wọn. Àwọn máa gbìyànjú tí a bá gbé àkókò bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ sí láti túnọ̀. Ìyàwó àgbà lọ́dọ̀ tó máa tọ́jú ẹ̀rọ. And also prepare a letter that will sign where everyone is down. Then listen to me. Ara ṣẹ́ tí mo ní àwọn àjòjì tó wà lára ní ṣe iṣẹ́ tó fẹ́ ṣe sí bí nípàdé lájọ ṣe wọn ò lè ṣe wọ́n máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́kùn nítorí náà bẹ̀bá gbà wọ́n láyè bẹ̀bá tó kọ́ ṣe wọ́n ti fẹ́ ṣe ìgbọ́ aṣọ ọ̀tẹ̀ fún àǹfààní èèyàn aláàdé náà láti lò yàtọ̀ sí ìtàn máa ń lò níbi tí àwọn ọmọ ọmọ fẹ́ ṣe iṣẹ́. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ níbí ó máa pèsè àǹfààní iṣẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ yìí, àwọn aya yìí, àwọn ọkọ yìí lóríṣiríṣi. Ẹni ṣe bíbélà, ẹni ṣe kápẹ́ńtà, ẹni ṣe oúnjẹ, ẹni sọ̀pláì omi. Ibi tó bá ti kọ́ ló ń pọ̀ fún iṣẹ́ mi. Ẹni ẹni láti tẹ́wọ́ gbà á. And one of you, your sports stadium in this complex, has already been prepared and it will be awarded immediately we conclude in 2008. The design and the cost is ready, but the provisions in the year 2000 budget, including the supplementary, cannot support the project. So we were just waiting to conclude the year 2008 project, and immediately I assure you this will be done. What I have said earlier is that there is a massive plan for the redevelopment, resuscitation,
and the energization of Badagry division as a whole. What we should do with the whole Badagry division, starting from the report junction all the way to the border. But there is a lot that the community has to do about this. We already have in your midst working now, taking measurements, plans for an energy city in Badagry. But the investment will only take place in an investment-friendly environment. I have received reports in the past of you going to vandalize public property, metro stations because they have no light or because of community clashes. Anytime you have all of this kind of situations, such as some traditional institutions, engage the public with other religious institutions, you must learn to cooperate and live in harmony. Investment will only go to a peaceful environment. And therefore, the leaders have a very, very serious role to play. Those investors are in your community now, observing how long you are, how hospitable you are, how peaceful you coexist among yourselves. Because if you don't coexist peacefully among yourselves, it means that your investment is not safe. And therefore, all of us have a role to play. If you truly want Badagry to take its pride of place, all of these indirect struggles, religious struggles and all of that must go into the background. We must move forward as one people in pursuit of development, committed to transformation, committed to prosperity, and committed to progress. I assure you that your government will lead the way, and I want to hear from you whether you are ready to follow. I can't hear if you don't have it. As long as you follow us and work with us peacefully, I can assure you that in terms of efforts, in terms of initiative, in terms of hard work, you will not find us wanting. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
And as a result of our working assignment, we have decided to pay the cost to visit so that we must fix some of the major issues and transportation and infrastructure development of the city. Your Excellency, the Governor of Rural Development, Mr. Badagry, the Minister of Economic Planning and Budget, Mr. Akabu's Commissioner of Fiscal Planning and Rural Development. That is the man that is being challenged. The Lagos State Ministry of Transportation, Mr. Babatundet Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Dr. Over there to the Executive Governor of Lagos State on Administration and Strategy, Ms. Moji Rose. We also have, thank you very much, and there was speech also. Lagos State is the most popular state in Nigeria. After 10 years, it's going to be the third largest, most populated city in the world. Metropolis, one south, and the federal capital of Nigeria. When people what Lagos experienced in the case of moving to Abuja was what New York also experienced in the movement to Washington DC. Unfortunately, since the movement of the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja, the federal government has disconnected itself completely from the maintenance, location, and expansion of infrastructure for the development of Lagos State, and particularly Lagos Metropolis. The infrastructure and facilities belonging to the federal government that cannot be physically removed have been abandoned. And today, they are even constituting more problems for the city. And these abandoned projects and abandoned structures can be used for the development and continuous regeneration Lagos State. I'm sure the excellence of this context has to do with you. And I don't want to bore you with further issues. I want to welcome you to the Center of Excellence, Lagos State of Nigeria. On behalf of the good people of Lagos State, you are welcome.
Raji Fashola, distinguished members of your cabinet that are here present, said no less. But at any rate, I still thank you very much for this reception, and we appreciate it a lot. I really take to heart the words that have been said about Lagos State and the state of infrastructure that appertains at this point in time. As somebody who has lived here since I returned from the United States in 1992, I think that it has been a cause of great concern to see the dilapidating state of infrastructure development around us. And even with the best efforts of the past governments of the state, I suppose if you don't have an underlying support from the center with certain infrastructural projects, there is still obviously a gap. I think it goes without saying that in this dispensation, we intend to do things very differently. It is without a doubt that Lagos is the state, is actually the center of commerce in our country, and is in fact, to all intents and purposes, the gateway for all newcomers and foreigners that come into this country. At this point in time, we would have expected, therefore, that a lot of our major infrastructural hubs, such as Murtala Mohammed International Airport, to mention one of many, should in fact have been serving as a major West African hub to support not only the economies of this state, but the economies of the entire nation as a whole. So it is critical that the federal government works together with the government of Lagos State to improve the infrastructure across all sectors that would fall under the current Ministry of Transportation, which involves not only the road sector, which is a major issue because of the major impact it has on all cadres of our populace in this country and in this state, but it also involves obviously the aviation industry and in fact the maritime sector as well, which again has a major hub in this state. Major hubs, in fact, with both Apapa and Tinkan. So we have every intention of working as seamlessly as possible with your Excellency and your administration in trying to get the state of infrastructure development back to even keel over a phased period of a number of years. I must say that I'm very pleased to say to everybody here this morning that in the prior meeting I had with His Excellency, we were able to rub minds on a number of projects, and we have already agreed that by next week, your Commissioner for Works will come to Abuja and sit down with my directors across the sectors and let us find ways to integrate and align on the projects that are critical to Lagos State and by implication critical also to the nation as a whole. So I really want to leave the lasting impression that in this dispensation it will be to all our good, obviously, to come to critical alignment and critical agreement on most of your infrastructural development projects. Of course, we always do everything within the appropriate parameters and within the available budgetary resources that we have, which in this transitional budget year of 2008 are quite restrained. But that does not stop us from finding creative ways and means to work seamlessly together. So I want to thank you once again and to assure you that we will indeed be working seamlessly with you. Thank you very much.
Welcome to us. I welcome you to the Center of Excellence and refreshing, really, to see what you bring to the table as the face of what truly the Nigerian woman represents. And we're very, very happy and positive. This is the kind of leadership that we expect from the Nigerian women. This is the kind of leadership that the Nigerian women have given for centuries before our time. And you certainly hold the flag very, very strongly and fly it aloft. We will work with you, we will work with the federal government. We believe that it is in the interest of everybody for us to collaborate together. I think when much more people of goodwill and intent at both levels of government come to the table, we will, over time, overcome those who are in the minority who do not want to see progress in this climate. As you rightly observed, it's a laundry list which certainly cannot be dealt with at the forum this time. So the Honorable Commissioner for Transportation will be coming over to Abuja. So will the Managing Director of the Lagos Area Metropolitan Transport Authority, LAMATA, who are the initiators and formulators of major transportation policies in collaboration with World Bank for Lagos State. I think that is the only way we can have the broadest perspective of the challenges. I can only suggest that they will find their own ways to do this, that the visits be exchanged so that they can actually see, because it's difficult to plan Lagos from Abuja. And the critical decision makers should also exchange this kind of visits and come to the terrain that decisions are to be made about so that they get the feel of it. The perimeter of the three-arm zone and the Federal Secretariat in Abuja sometimes give the illusion that all is well across Nigeria. I wish to touch very, very quickly, importantly, on the issue of security, safety of lives and properties as it affects the activities of petroleum tanker drivers on our roads. In the last 5 months, we had major casualties. Less than 3 or 4 weeks ago, 9 innocent people were burned to death at 7 p.m. when a trailer tanker driver lost control, emptied its products onto the street, and the people who were going home after a hard day's work were burned to death. We are evolving a policy that will ensure the appropriate quality control in terms of the tankers that are allowed to load fuel, and that are allowed to transport fuel, and indeed that are allowed to come into our state. The partnership with the federal government is critical to this. Just about 2 days ago, I was reading about the loss of about 30 lives on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. We must put a stop to this kind of practice. You cannot do business at the expense of people's lives. It is not worth it. It is condemnable, and we must just insist that standards are adhered to. In my own experience, traders do not just do cartwheels and upturn if they are properly managed. They won't explode even if accidents do happen if they have proper standard and quality, where they have double layer of shippings. And therefore we have to work with you, work with the Nigerian Ports Authority, the major loading points which are federally controlled, to ensure that once you don't comply, you don't get fuel. I believe this is the minimum duty that we owe to our people. The other issues, of course, the main roads, Badagry Expressway, I've said so much to you about it. I will be compiling all of the documentation in support of the case for
delivering that road as quickly as possible. We have stretched our hand of partnership by awarding the design of that road at almost ₦1 billion, showing our intent to partner with you. But it is a major gateway, not only to Nigeria, but also to the whole of the West African coast. And the economic potential that the prompt development of that road will bring really is almost limitless. Carter Bridge. It's a disaster waiting to happen. These are some of the outfalls of the politicizing of the management of roads during the last administration. At each turn, when we cleared the place, we were told that it was Federal Ministry of Works that gave them permission to park there. I think we must speak as one voice, we must speak as a team, and show that we will not tolerate this kind of behavior in our country, in any part of the country. The partnerships to relocate them are things which I'm sure all of the major stakeholders now, including yourself and myself, will put a lot of detail and attention to. And since you still have very strong roots here, I'm sure that you will find your way back from time to time to come and spend the weekend at home. And we can also get some work done while you are coming to your family. Once again, I thank you very much, and I wish you all the best of luck in the enormous challenge of renewing infrastructure across Nigeria. Thank you.
Yes, well, if you can find time to read this on the plane now, I'll send you much more.
In terms of Lagos State, because its criticality in the economy of this country. It's the major commercial hub of our nation. So we really do have to look into aligning and integrating the state government in terms of infrastructure development with all the major infrastructure.
One of the key principles of the government is this legacy project. I want to ask you, how would your own ministry partner with the state in ensuring this dreams?
Well, we are very involved in it, and we have been from the beginning. I chair one of the major infrastructure committees within the project. So again, it's simply a matter of aligning on the various critical aspects of that project. But in all aspects of the megacity project, we will also put the general grid of federal infrastructure that has been developed for the state over it, so that we get a completely aligned system in terms of infrastructure development, both from the original federal schedule of works and from the schedule of works within the megacity project itself.
On a final note, madam, the Lagos State government is presently pursuing, backing on an infrastructural renewal, and His Excellency the Governor made mention of one or two challenges. He cited Carter Bridge and the Badagry Expressway. I want to comment on this. What would be your reaction, especially that of Carter Bridge?
Again, His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State and I had some private time to discuss a number of these projects. We're going to work robustly, hand in hand, to do everything we can to bring them to logical fruition and make sure that what needs to be done to upgrade them and to show them how it is done over a given period of realistic time.
You can't really wait, madam.
I know, neither can we. Affects all Nigerians.
Tinubu. governor in Nigeria who has, at various times, worked with 3 tiers of government. The executive governor of various states, a lawyer by training. I want to welcome to the Center of Excellence, the best in Nigeria. Please put your hands together for Right Honorable on communication, a man who learned quite dynamic, a visionary leader, a wonderful father to the Goshen. Please put your hands together for Mr. His soul, he found us. He leads on to reap the dividends of democracy. Small man do. I'm sure the Russians can tell the story of what this small man can do. Baba Obafemi Awolowo, the spirit of our late Attorney General and Chief Justice, visionary and dynamic. This is your man together, wonderful. What was said today? A woman whose simplicity was one for you. She's dynamic, she's loving. You have a tendency to speak. A friend of culture. She has a passion for women. She wants to ensure that indeed we're good homemakers, so that we're empowered. I have there recognizing her. Please put your hands together for Hajia Bola Shadaya. Excellency is here with the best commissioners you can have, the best special advisors you can have, the best assistants you can have. I want to sincerely apologize to the members of the executive. We know they are here with us, body and spirit, and we continue to be on support. The state counterpart, Mr. Babatundet Raji Fashola, SAN, the Lagos State Speaker, Honorable Badagry, Fashola, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I welcome you to the closing ceremony of the our father and our grand patron of council, Ashwai Bola Tinubu. Principal officers, leaders, and members of the House of Assembly here present, most especially our dear sister, Honorable Commissioner Service, is the Managing Director, CEO, Body of Homeland Security. I welcome His Excellency, Ashwai Bola Tinubu, and we want to use this opportunity to once again thank you, sir, for all the support and information. We appreciate you, sir. Let me also say a big thank you and welcome to the Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Badagry for all his support and inspiration and allowing his wife to work tirelessly for council. Thank you very much. I welcome all our distinguished guests and participants who are here today. 2 days ago, I had the privilege and honor to welcome everyone to the formal opening press conference. Today, glory to God, the Most High, who in His infinite mercy has granted us the grace to to conclude yet another successful conference. Your Excellencies, as you are already aware, the theme for this year's conference is setting goals, making it happen. It features topics ranging from politics, time management, elder living, healthcare, to financial management. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate all our resources for living up to our expectations through the excellent well-designed and very educated papers that were delivered in the last 2 days. My sincere advice to all my sisters is to continue to reflect on all issues that were discussed at this conference, even as we step out of this hall. The ultimate success of this conference, and any conference for that matter, will be measured by the positive change it brings about in our lives and the extent to which we are also able to impact the lives of others. Your Excellency.